So I always think it's a good idea to tape in low light areas. But we are at the St. Louis Science Center today, and we are going to check out a blue whale skeleton. I know. Tremble in the wake of a blue whale skeleton. I can't say it very loud, so start the intro. They call him Flipper. Flipper, we have your skull now. They have this thing because it has teeth. And that's literally what it's about. Whales with teeth. This is a dolphin skull. Dolphins and porpoises are toothed whales, along with beluga, sperm whales, and others. For the record, killer whales are actually in the dolphin family. How interesting. Did not know that. That thing up on top there, that's the water squirter outie organ dealie. Scientific term. And that is the front view of the dolphin. And it does have teeth. It has a lot of teeth, actually. Stabby device. I don't know what this knife has to do with anything, but they have it in a box, so I'm guessing it's a murder weapon of some kind. Or maybe they were slicing it up. I don't know. And there's a watch. Here's a bigger, longer, stabbier thingy. Flens is how you skin a whale till you get it down to bare bones. I still don't know how many of you are actually going to get the opportunity to fleen a whale, but it's interesting to know. So if you're ever curious if there's an organ big enough to pump out a swimming pool, there is your answer right there. This is the heart of a blue whale. Look at that, man. This is a 1/1 scale of all the ventricles and all the tubing and everything else that is used to pump blood through this massive animal. This was a recreation. This is clearly not a freeze-dried version of the heart, because it would probably start to stink after a while, I'd imagine. But yes, if you ever want to pump out a swimming pool with an organ, you know that one exists. Looky what I found. We have managed to stow away upon a combine. This thing is actually pretty cool. It has all sorts of buttons and levers. Old MacDonald had a combine. E-I-E-I-O. And on this combine he ran over deer. E-I-E-I-O. With a crunch sploosh here and a there. Here a scrunch, there a everywhere. Oh no! So I didn't tell you guys. I'm the new CEO of Stark Industries. This is the Mark III Actually, this is the Mark III armor. This is totally my lab. As you can see, we got a pretty rad RC car there in the corner, plus my custom-made pink Iron Man helmets right over there. Yeah, this is my lab. This is where I work. So somebody took the time to construct this massive tower at the St. Louis Science Center. Just for scale, I stand 6 feet tall. Now it's on a table. Table's about, I don't know, 1.5 foot tall, plus the 5-foot tower. I would say about 6 foot. And I've been standing here watching this stupid tower for the past 20 minutes. And I really want to knock it down. So somebody's hard work took probably, I don't know, half hour, 20 minutes to construct. Takes me all of 10 seconds to knock down, like this.
Time is running out for the planet Earth.
So if you remember from the movie The Martian, this is a life-sized, well, not life-sized, but this is a partial-sized version of Mars. Where they were at is called the Schiaparelli Crater, which if you were to locate it from the pole, from the North Pole, it is on the Martian equator. So this would be Schiaparelli Crater. This is where they were. Unlike Pathfinder, this is the Opportunity and Spirit Mars space rover. What this would do, this would take core samples of the planet's surface. It is powered by solar panels, obviously, because there's no gas stations on Mars. Do you see any gas stations around here? I didn't think so. This is the Spirit and Opportunity rover. Not to be confused with Pathfinder, which is still up there. So this here is the Gemini Orbital Projectile Rocket Capsule. That's quite a long word. This thing is honestly no bigger than a smart car. This is a smaller scale version. This is where the two dingbats would sit, right here. Not very much elbow room, and they would make laps around the Earth. This thing comes equipped with pressurized cabin, pyrotechnic hatch firing, thermal balance, paraglider system, altitude chamber, and handy-dandy ejection seats. Yes, that's right. So that way, if whoever you're flying with happens to fart in the cabin and you can't crack the windows because you'll be sucked out of space, you can simply press a button and eject them out yourself. But this is the Gemini Orbital Capsule. And we move on to more cramped space equipment. This is the Mercury Orbital Space Capsule. And this time, according to a scale model, it's big enough for just one dingbat. There's the heat shield over here, and of course, the required uniform for 60s space travel. But he would slide his happy self in there and make laps at breakneck speeds in a cramped cabin around the Earth. Pause the screen if you need to, if you want to read. And here's another model of the Mercury spacecraft. A lateral view where your heat shield would go. As you can see, they have VGA plugins in there, cable plugins, and other such interesting stuff. This is where he would check the oil while whipping around the Earth at 4,000 miles an hour. And this is the front of the capsule, linked in there by strong chains. And this is the route he took. Kind of flying in sort of a parabolic flight almost. But this is another view of the Mercury spacecraft.
Like a caveman. He's trying to get me to reboot something. I got two rocks I'm clanging together trying to get a spark. Zorg is angry, still no fire.